So what is the point of this? What is this whole thing all about? I'm just trying to tell a story. As I listen to the news on both sides for the last few years, it just seems like the world is tearing itself apart over the stories that we believe. So many different narratives out there, so many different corporations trying to sell us narratives, political parties trying to sell us narratives, friendships, even families being torn apart because we can't agree on the stories that we believe. I'm not going to go down a whole list of all of the different things that have happened in the last few years, but I do want, I guess, to point out that there's one story that seems to have been forgotten. It's not in the public narrative, and maybe people believe it. It's a very old story, and in fact, I would say the story that I'm trying to tell is it's the most influential story in the history of the world. There wouldn't be democracy, there wouldn't be freedom, there wouldn't be human rights, there wouldn't be rule of law, there wouldn't be, we wouldn't have the debate between, democracy versus socialism, capitalism, republic, democratic republic. We wouldn't have any of these things to talk about if it wasn't for this story. And yet, this very old and ancient story that has moved humanity forward for thousands of years, well, it's nowhere in the news. And it's nowhere really on social media, and it's actually not really even found in church very often anymore. So we're just down to this. We're down to a guy sitting by the stream, now in the rain, smoking a cigar, just trying to tell a story. It's a beautiful story. I started reading this story when I was 12, and I've been obsessed with it ever since, and that's my only qualification. But it is a beautiful story, and I just want to do the best I can to tell it as honestly and as artfully as I can. That's what this is. Enjoy.